Hi guys, as promised, a quick tutorial on how to use your etchINKit and create Drypoint prints at home. So I've started by doing a quick sketch of my design with pencil on paper. Today's theme, inspired by my sister's succulent collection, will be a cacti. So now I'm happy with my sketch. I'm going to start putting the design on the print plate. It's important that you remove the protective film from both sides before you begin. So now the print plate is ready to use. So now put your plate over your design, get your Drypoint needle and begin following the lines of your design, drawing using the point until you're happy that you've captured all of the details. I'm going to do a time lapse now of the process. So once you're happy with your design, what you need to do is get your card and lay it flat and place it in a shallow dish of water, and you want to make sure the water's covering the card for around, and then leave it for around 5 minutes. So whilst that's soaking, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my ink, open that up, and then using a small bit of tissue paper, so I'm going to pop this in the ink and get a little bit of ink on the paper. Remember, with this ink, a little bit goes a long way, so you don't need to get much on the paper. And then I'm going to start rubbing this into my plate, making sure the full design is covered. So just softly rubbing it over the design and covering most of the plate. It's always good to leave a couple of inches around the edge, just so when you're picking out you don't get messy fingers. So with my plate fully inked up and my paper still soaking, what I'm going to do is take a piece of my printmaker's scrim and just put this fold this up a little bit, and then I'm going to very gently start rubbing the ink from the plate. So we've already rubbed the ink into the plate, and now we're just rubbing the excess ink off of the plate to leave your design. So as you can see, I have rubbed most of the ink away from the plate, and it's left me just with my design. What happens with dry point etching, when you engrave into the plate, it throws up what we call a burr, and the ink sits within that burr and stays there. So I've taken most of it off. I would now take my cotton bud and just remove sort of finer details so it adds highlights to the print. Now I'm really happy with the amount of ink I've taken off. Obviously you can leave as much or as little ink on as you like to create different effects, and it's always good to sort of play about with that. But because I'm about to put my paper out of the tray, I'm going to go and clean my hands. So once your paper has been soaking for at least 5 minutes, you want to take it out of the water, just allow the excess water to drip off, and then place over your newsprint, which also comes as part of your kit, and I laid that down earlier, and then place another bit on top and block the majority of the water from the card. So it's damp but not soaking wet for when you print. So once the excess water has gone from your piece of card, put this newsprint to the side. A really good tip is to just lay this on the side and let it dry out because it can be reused. Now what I've done also is I've laid out some more newsprint just to protect the surface really and protect your piece of card. So onto my piece of newsprint I'm going to put my now damp piece of card. This is quite bendy. Let's lay that down, and then I'm going to place my plate over the card to the place where I would like it to come up on my print. Now when you're doing this, really think about the way the card is going to be folded once you're finished, so make sure it's on the right side. So this is in portrait, this card, so I've got it on the right side and I've tried to get it fairly central to the card. And then what I want to do again to protect the plate is to put another piece of newsprint over the print, and I'm going to stand up for this because this can be the tricky part. I'm going to start rolling over with my roller. Now you really want to be trying to put as much of your weight onto the plate as you can. It's really important at this stage that you're really careful, so try not to just roll over really quickly, because if you do that, potentially the plate could move and then blur your print. So I just like to take this really slowly and steadily, making sure I've applied pressure to every area of the print. Good to also go in the other direction, and again pressing really firmly, making sure you get every area of the plate. So once you're happy you've applied enough pressure to your plate and you're ready to reveal your print, take the newsprint off, and this is the moment of truth. So at this stage be really careful as you're moving your plate, and just peel it away very slowly and carefully to reveal your print. And voila! One hand printed, unique, custom designed card. So I hope you found this tutorial really useful and you feel more confident using your etchINKit. If you have any questions, give me a shout in the comments below. I really look forward to seeing what you create, so please upload and tag @etchINKit to share your designs.